Hey everybody, just wanted to come on tonight and make a video really quick about some updates and everything that's been going on. It's been, God, I think a few months since I made a video, but just want to give everybody a heads up on what's going on and everything. I have basically been working on my 67 Chevelle. Starting all the body work and everything, knocking it all down, kind of seeing what I'm dealing with and everything. Because my hope is to have all the body work done, have the car jammed and everything, before the end of winter, so I can, basically have the car ready to shoot in the spring. So I've been working on that, and last month, beginning of December, I actually sold my Mustang. So it got to the point where, first of all, I doubled my money off the car. I paid 10 grand for the car last March, and I sold it for 20. So it was kind of hard to walk away from an offer like that and a deal like that. But the issues with the Mustang, the main issue was, as you could see in the videos that I uploaded about the car, the car was 100% all factory original, all original interior, all original paint. And I don't, as much as I love preserved, all original cars, stuff like that, I don't like owning them. To me, it's more enjoyable, and I know this won't make any sense to anybody, but to me, it's more enjoyable to go through all the work, doing the body work, doing the paint, doing the interior, building the motor, building the trans, all that stuff. And it's more enjoyable to do that than it is to have an all original, unrestored Survivor. To me, that is more stressful, because at that point you're a caretaker. It's your job to preserve that car and the condition that it's been in for 30, 40, 50, however many years. And I've done many full restorations on cars, stuff like that. And my Chevelle, for example, I go and do all the body work and paint on this car, and the car is going to get driven. The car is going to get driven a lot. The fact that it has new paint on it isn't going to deter me, because I built the car to drive. That's why I put the 5.3 in it. That's why I put the air conditioning and the overdrive and stuff like that in it, and the power disc brakes and all that stuff. It would bother me less to get a rock chip in the front end of my Chevelle, in the hood of my Chevelle from driving down the freeway, than it would to get it in that Mustang. Because A, I can pull the hood off the Chevelle, knock it down, blend it, you'll never know the chip was there, or a ding, or whatever the case may be. You're not matching 35, 40, 50-year-old original paint. It's not possible. It'll never look right, whatever. And also, I'm to the point, I guess, mentally, where I don't enjoy having multiple projects. I don't enjoy having multiple cars sitting around. Financial stuff aside, how expensive everything is now, I was obviously still able to do it, but to me it's not enjoyable. I would rather focus all of my efforts on one car and make that car the best that I can, because really I didn't get into this multiple project car thing until probably 10 years ago, where I started getting back into the 3rd Gen F bodies and Fox bodies and stuff like that. And then, for a while I was into like the late 70s, Dodge and Plymouth, like police cars, the Furies, Monacos, like the cars they used on the Dukes of Hazzard. And at that time also I had my 69 Charger, so it was kind of hand in hand. But, I just, I haven't made hardly any videos lately because I'm kind of, I kind of hit a wall. Everything that I made videos on had such a limited target audience, where it was very, very difficult. I mean, I think I have like 1,200 and something subscribers right now, which is 1,000 more than I ever thought I would, starting out making crossfire injection videos. But it's really hard to especially, I mean, the big things on YouTube are, will it run? Will it start? Sat in the field for 40 years. Will it start? This, and that. And I live in the part of the country where, southwestern part of the country, Arizona, California, all that stuff, you can't, all these people that are doing these will it start, will it run, stuff like that, they're living in the Midwest, they're living in the Rust Belt, they're living on the East Coast, this, and that, where you can find rotted out cars sitting in a field, pick them up for $300 and do a will it run video and generate 100,000 views on it. Out here in Arizona, where rust-free bodies are still, they command top dollar, rightfully so, people don't give cars away. Back east, you've got farm fields and stuff like that, and you've got 40 cars lined up that you could take a picture of and have 4 years of YouTube content lined up, at your disposal. So it got to the point, and it's gotten to the point where, I'm pretty much out of ideas at the moment for what to do for like YouTube content. I mean, right now I'm doing the body work on my Chevelle. Nobody wants to sit there and watch an hour and a half long video about, how I straightened out the quarter panel on this car, or how I, line up all the door and fender gaps and stuff like that. Nobody wants to sit there and watch a video. You're not going to get any views. You're not going to get any subscribers, anything like that. People like entertainment, and for the people that are serious about these cars and not just watching it for the whole comedic part of it, the silly, goofy nonsense and everything, and screwing around and stuff like that. For those people that are serious about car restoration and stuff like that, they will sit through an hour-long video on how to replace a trunk floor, or how to install, properly install a vinyl top. Because I've watched those videos and didn't skip a single second of them, because I want to learn something. Most of the people that watch car-related videos, like I said, they want to see stupid stuff like putting a stroker twin turbo LS in a car to enter it into a burnout contest. I have zero interest in seeing stuff like that. A 15, like I said in previous videos, a 15-second or 16-second car, a stock 305 83 Trans Am, you could sit there and brake torque and burn the tires down to the rims. To me, that's not entertaining. I don't want to see a waste of 1,000+ horsepower by doing donuts in a parking lot, or doing burnouts and stuff like that. Put the car on the track and make a full clean pass with it, and then we'll see what it runs. So I mean, like I said, I'm not at all dogging or bad mouthing those videos, or the people that make those videos, because like I said, they know what works, and they're able to do it, and they're able to put out consistent content week after week after week. Sometimes 2 videos a week they'll upload. But like I said, I kind of shifted from the the 3rd Gen F body, which is what got this channel going, to where it is, which isn't anywhere. Like I said, I've got like 1,274 subscribers, something like that, which is like 1,000 more than I originally anticipated I'd ever end up with. So then I kind of went to the Fox Body Mustang stuff. I didn't really have the car that long to kind of, I guess, get the amount of videos cranked out, because one, the car didn't need anything. Anything I did was just like little tinker stuff. I mean, I pulled the AOD out of it, I put a stick in it, stuff like that. That's been done, 50,000 times over the last 35 years. And there's literally dozens and dozens of videos on how to remove an AOD from a Fox Body Mustang and swap it over to a stick. So I wasn't going to be just another one of those videos, you know what I mean? So that's basically where I'm at right now. Like I said, nobody in their right mind, for the most part now, is going to sit there and watch me, watch a 2-hour video of me block sanding my Chevelle, or removing trim off of my Chevelle, or removing the window regulators to gut the doors so I can jam them and stuff like that. Nobody's going to watch a video like that. So kind of where I'm at right now is, short of just, basic BS car related commentary type videos, the how-to videos, you know, what am I trying to say? The technical kind of stuff is, you know, it's pretty much fizzled out for the time being. You know, maybe when it comes time to like shooting the jams and stuff like that on the car, or maybe even blocking it out, you know, guiding it and blocking it and everything, you know, final step before you shoot the base on it, you know, maybe I'll fire up the camera and you know, go through the steps and everything on how to properly block out a car and everything. Because like I said, you know, I've painted the last, how many cars I've owned black, laser straight, basically show quality paint jobs. And, you know, so if anybody can't take anything away from that, you know, what I would be able to show them, then they got no business doing it in the first place, and they're not serious about it. You know, so anyway, I just wanted to kind of pop back on here because it has been quite a few months and just kind of give an update and everything. And you know, it is nice definitely having the extra space in the garage because as you can see, I got some fenders and everything behind me off the Chevelle on some panel stands. The Chevelle is behind the camera right now. You know, and I've been in the process right now of, like I said, you know, I DA'd the car down, I started blocking it down and everything, and, you know, so I'll show that to everybody, you know, if anybody's interested in seeing its current state right now. You know, but like I said, I guess, you know, maybe there are some videos that I'd like to do, just kind of like car related commentary, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, I don't even know how entertaining that would be, you know, to most people. So, you know, like I said, if anybody has any ideas, anything you'd want to see, anything you'd want to hear, because I would like to continue to get the channel to grow. I would like to have more subscribers, you know, because especially once I hit 1,000 subscribers, you know, on YouTube, you can become monetized. You can, I mean, it's not a lot of money, but, you know, it's for basic, you know, stupid videos like the ones that I've put out. Any money is money, you know what I mean? But you know, let me flip the camera around and I'll show you what the Chevelle looks like currently, and you know, kind of what my plans are with it. All right, so here's the Chevelle as it currently sits. As you can see, I got the whole clip off of it. Wasn't gonna pull the doors off of it, but I decided to hold off on that for now until the car is, you know, until I'm ready to sand the jams down and stuff like that, and eventually jam the car. But yeah, I mean, the whole car basically is knocked down. The car has had, as I've said in the other, you know, my Chevelle walk around video, has had one repaint sometime in the mid to late 80s. So the paint on the car, and I know there's gonna be a lot of people, a lot of experts that are gonna chime in and say, oh, you gotta strip the car down to bare metal. Oh, you can't paint over that old paint, this, and that. Yes, you absolutely can. Like I said, this car was painted probably close to 35 years ago. And the general rule is if you have a good base, use it. Anything, I mean, you know, granted, there was no rust on this car. There's, you know, the typical 64 to 67 GMA body, the channel here, the windshield channel. There's a little bit of rust right there, but that's typical. That's a result of the design of the car. So the car has zero rust on it. Quarters are solid, original, everything. The rockers, the floors, you could eat off the floors. So anything that would have surfaced through this 35-year-old paint in 2024 would have done it by now. By the time you block all this out, knock all this old paint down, you're basically down to the original color of the car, the original paint on the car. That is more than good enough of a base to put your 2K primer on and shoot your base and you're clear on. Anybody that says otherwise has never painted before. So, you know, like I said, this isn't going to be a $150,000 TV auction car, you know, anything like that. It's going to be a clean cruiser that I'm not going to be afraid to drive, that I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to be afraid to put miles on. I'm not going to be afraid to drive in the rain. I'm not gonna be afraid to take it on the freeway and drive for 2 hours at 80 miles an hour and risk getting a rock chip in it. I have no fear of that whatsoever. The paint's gonna stick. The paint's gonna stick fine. As it sits right now, as I've been going, I kind of half-ass guide coated the panels and everything so far. Blocked them out with 220. The car, as it sits right now, is laser straight and is pretty much ready for for some 2K primer. So, like I said, ignore all these nonsense TV shows and everything where the whole thing is an advertisement for a Summit catalog. It'll work. Don't worry about it. So here's the fenders. The fenders are pretty much done, ready for primer. The only thing that I do have to do is I got to cut the windshield out and I got to cut the rear window out, because like I said, these 64 to 67 GMA bodies, by design, right in this area here along the bottom of this channel, they do get rust. Like I said, this was a Southwestern desert car and it's never been anywhere else, and it has rust. Not major, nothing earth-shattering, nothing that's going to require full panel replacement or anything like that, but there's a little bit there that needs to be taken care of. But aside from that, the car, I finally did decide on a color. It is gonna be black, no vinyl top. And on the very bottom down here, there are, on the factory Super Sport cars, there's two thin side stripes, a thick one and a thinner one. So with the black, I'm gonna go with red stripes. No emblems on the car whatsoever. I am gonna keep the Super Sport hood. The only emblem I think I'm going to have, obviously, is the Chevelle emblem on the hood. And then actually right here, on these cars originally, this is where your engine call out would be. Whether it would be, it'd say 283, 327, 396 turbojet with the cross flags. So what I found was, and I'm not sure I'm gonna do it yet or anything, but it's kind of a hybrid of the original 283, 327 emblems. And so you've got the little flags down here, the two flags. I don't even know if they're flags. They look like little shield things, and then right above it would say 283, 327. So there's a company out there that makes that bottom emblem, and then, for the one on top, it says 5.3. So I thought that would be kind of cool, a little bit, inconspicuous, nothing in your face or anything like that, because the car does have a 5.3 in it. And, so I just thought that would be, something kind of interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much where the car is at right now. I should be ready to start shooting, start hitting it with some primer, hopefully this weekend. Today's Thursday. So hopefully sometime over the weekend I can at least get this side of the car primed, and maybe get the roof primed and the trunk lid and stuff like that. The other side of the car is done. I'm just finishing up some little stuff on the passenger side right now. Once the car, like I said, once it's in 2K primer, guide it, block it down, I'll be able to pull the doors off, pull the glass out of it, gut the doors, and start doing the jams and stuff like that. Throw it back together, align everything for the last time, and take it to the booth and shoot it. So hopefully, this is the end of January. I'm hoping maybe by sometime in May, before it gets too hot out here in Phoenix, I'll be able to, the car will be able to be finally painted and start wet sanding it and buffing it. So it's, before 119 degrees hits in the summer. But anyway, I just wanted to give an update. It's been a long time. I don't know if you guys, have any interest in seeing stuff on this Chevelle or not. I love the car, and like I said, I've had everything that you could think of. I've had Novas, Barracudas, probably 8 to 9 67 to 72 Darts, 68, 69 Chargers, 68 Chevelles, over, I think 15 or 16 F bodies, 6 Fox bodies, and this Chevelle here is by far one of my favorite, if not my favorite cars that I've owned. It's a blast to drive. It's not fast. I didn't build it to be fast. It's a car that you can literally let sit for 6 months. Look at the key, it starts right up. 40-degree air conditioning. It'll cruise all day long comfortably at 80 miles an hour in overdrive at 2,400 RPMs, getting 24 miles per gallon. You know, it's the best of both worlds. It's a classic 60s muscle car, and you know, you've got the gas mileage and reliability and no leaks and air conditioning and this and that. So, you know, I absolutely love the car, and you know, really the only thing I need to do to the car is paint it. So once it's painted, do some minor interior things. I do need to get a set of front door panels, because the driver's side door panel is a little bit worn. The rest of the interior is original, needs nothing. And you know, everything mechanically is new. So once the cosmetic stuff is done on the exterior, you know, really the car doesn't need much, if anything. So anyway, I just wanted to give an update. You know, like I said, and definitely I am, you know, I do need to chime in more often and get this channel to grow. Because like I said, I know I'm never going to get to, you know, 100,000 subscribers or anything like that. I can't bring myself to, I guess, act like a clown and be silly and you know, not lower myself to that, but you know, I just can't bring myself to do it in an effort to get more subscribers and more likes and more views and stuff like that. So everything that I do is the equivalent of what I want to see on somebody else's channel. You know, like I said, it's just the way I am. You know, if people don't like it, if it's boring to them, you know, definitely, you know, keep on moving and find another channel that suits you better. But, you know, like I said, if anybody's got any ideas or anything like that, anything you'd like to see, anything you'd like me to talk about. I've had over 90 cars since I was 12 years old. I could tell you anything about any one of them, you know, go through the whole list. I've got it written down, and, you know, I can pretty much talk about anything you guys want me to talk about. So definitely, you know, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Leave a like, leave a comment, you know, whatever, share a video or something on Facebook, you know, whatever the case may be. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to get this thing to grow a little bit, and I just need to chime in more often and you know, come up with some little bit better videos and stuff like that. So anyway, just wanted to touch base with everybody, and you know, let me know what you think.